Hi guys, my name is Vishwarup Sahu, and today we are going to do our new podcast with an interesting person. His name is Professor Chetan Singh Solanki, and he is also known as Solar Gandhi of India. He is a professor from IIT Bombay, and he has trained lots of students in the field of solar energy. Hello, sir. First of all, thank you very much for coming to this podcast, for helping us out in this podcast.
Thank you to both of you for inviting me. It will be my pleasure to talk to you and your audiences.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, so let us start this podcast with our first question. That please tell us about your journey from your school life to your engineering college life. How you started it and how you thought about doing an engineering, and then you went to engineering college.
Well, my school, I come from a very small village in Madhya Pradesh. It is so small that when I have to even today give the address of my village, I have to say that it is in Madhya Pradesh, Khargone district. In Khargone district, there is a Jharnia Tehsil. In Jharnia Tehsil, there is a Igria post. In Igria post, there is a village called Nemit. So even today, there is no buses which goes to my village. So, and of course, at that time, there was no electricity. We studied in kerosene lamp. There was only one classroom in the entire school, primary school, and one teacher used to teach us. It was interesting arrangement within a class. There are 5 classes are sitting, and one teacher is teaching. So that is how. And then my father sent me to Indore for studying, and when I finished my 12th and I went home, and my father asked, when is your pre-engineering exam? There used to be entrance exam. And I said, what is that? I really did not know that. So then I realized, and because I did not know it, I did not prepare it. And then we had to take admission for the BSc. Then within a year, I realized that, after doing BSc, there's not much scope and we need to really get into engineering college. And then I told my father to, I will take a drop for a year and prepare for engineering entrance exam. And well, financial situation not so strong that, he could do that. But I was kind of clear that, we have to do it. Or I said, I will come home and do the farming, Let's not waste time. So then he agreed, and I could write exam, prepare well, and got admission in one of the best college in Madhya Pradesh, GSITS. Okay. So that's how I kind of got into engineering.
Wow, that's really great and such an inspirational story. And sir, can you tell us about your PhD experience when you went from India to Belgium?
Well, I mean, that was also interesting. When I was in 3rd year of my engineering, I thought I should do something about the villages, and I wanted to start a factory of making plastic shoes and chappals. That was my dream project. That was in 3rd year of engineering, and I was so interested in it that I could figure out which machinery to buy, how much loan is required, etc. And I used to talk to my father, but probably he did not took me seriously. So once I went to him with the bank papers, asking him to mortgage his land for taking the loan for the machinery. And he said, no, beta, you're too young. You can't take this risk and that. And I said, no, we need. And he realized that I'm not really going to listen to him. Then he took a stick and really bit me like anything. वो इतना जोर से पिटाई हुआ कि वो छोड़ ही गया आइडिया फैक्ट्री का सब भूत उतर गया. But that idea remained that we should do something for the society. So I got admission in masters in microelectronics, the best branch in IIT Bombay. But there also we thought we should do something. So I used to be associated with the various organizations like CRI. We went to meet Anna Hazare, in fact, way back in 1998. Just to get his advice on how to contribute for the society. At that time, my idea was not to get married and just focus on the social work. And I told, we were sitting with Anna Hazare, 2 of us, and I told him, like, Anna ji, like, you are not married. I also decided to not get married. He said, no, don't do that, don't do that. I said, what? You're not married, you're asking me to don't do that. He said, if you're not married, and if you do social work, and if you invite people, they say, तुम्हारा तो घर बार है नहीं, तुम तो कुछ भी कर सकते हो, हम थोड़ी कर सकते हैं. So he said, do fulfill your social responsibility and then do the social work. That will be a greater impact. So idea to logic तो समझ में आ गया कि हाँ ये बात तो सही है. And when I told my friends, now I am going to get married, so they were making fun of me, the rest of the time. इसका कुछ भरोसा नहीं, कुछ भी बोलता रहता है.
It's an interesting story.
So then I got a job in the Texas Instruments, a very high-paying job.
Okay.
But somehow I felt that I want to work for, I want to do a technology that is useful for society. And so I went to some NGOs. They said, you are overqualified, we can't take you. And I went to TISS, Tata Institute of Social Science, that I want to do PhD in social science. They said, you don't have background in social science. So I did not get admission. I did not get a job in NGOs. So I had to go for a Texas Instrument. But I kept applying for a PhD, and I fortunately got admission in Belgium with a scholarship, and that too in solar energy. So that was amazing to get that. And that's how I landed up. I left my job after 6 months from Bangalore, and then I went for PhD. I mean, it was almost like a crazy idea, leaving a job from Texas Instrument, going for PhD in solar energy. Nobody knew what is happening at that time,
Yes, sir.
But really it turns out to be a really good decision,
And
yes,
what
sir,
motivated
definitely.
you to come back to India?
Well, I mean, so one of my fear of going abroad was that whether I will be able to come back, and I was really scared, because we knew, tons of stories, people going to US and Europe and settling down there and not coming back. And I was really scared, because the whole idea of doing PhD was to come back and, serve society. So then I said, what should I do? What should I? So I made a plan, and I said, okay, how much time it takes to do PhD? It takes about 5 years. So I said, okay, let me fix a date by which I should definitely go back to India.
Yes.
And what could be that date? And that could be New Year or, birth date or something. So I decided my birth date, 21st May.
Yeah.
And I counted about 5 years. So it was coming about 2004. I went there in 99. So I said, okay, by 21st May 2004, I should go back to India. And I started counting my days, So, long ago, 1,230 days left. And the next day we'll say 1,329 days and 28 days. And I used to really count in my diaries. And I know that Shah Rukh Khan का dialogue है ना, जब किसी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसको जुटाने में लग जाती है.
Yes.
It happened so that my PhD
landed
got
India
over.
on 21st of May.
I landed India on 21st of May.
Yes, we have seen your TED talk, and there you showed a picture and you striked out all the dates. Every day you used to strike out the date. It was really interesting.
It was really amazing that it actually happened that day. And in fact, I joined IIT Bombay on 21st May 2004 in the morning.
Wow.
So,
that's such a great story, sir.
It was such a great story, yes.
So, sir, the next question is, how did the SOL program started? Like the SOL stands for Solar Urja Lamp Program, right? So, sir, please tell us, how did it started?
Well, I once joined IIT Bombay. Very soon I realized that what I'm doing is I'm teaching, relatively well-off student who are coming to IIT, and also my research is more on a technology, but how the technology becomes useful immediately to society. I mean, not after 20 years and 30 years and 40 years.
Yeah.
And around the same time, the electricity was still a problem. Villages used to get 4 hours, 5 hours. My village used to get that kind of light. Government of India used to spend a lot of money on subsidizing kerosene in the tune of about 20,000 crore, 25,000 crore, 30,000 crore. So then I thought, why don't we, supply a solar lamp to every place where kerosene lamp is used? What is so big deal about it? There were many solar lamp programs, by the way. Amitabh Bachchan will donate some lamp, and Sachin Tendulkar will donate some lamp. But it was not a solution, to everyone. Then I took my first sabbatical in 2012. I went to Stain Village for 3 months and figured out the problem. There were 3 problems. Number one, that the availability of solar products are not there in a rural area. If it is available, second problem, it is not affordable. And even if it is there, it is not repairable. And nobody knows how to do it, right? So these 3 problems, how do we solve it? Then this idea came that why don't the local people make their own solar lamp? What is so big deal about it? It's not a rocket science. So I have come up with a program where we source the raw material, train local community, and they sell the solar lamp in their area. So 3 things happen. Number one, when local people make, their overheads are low, so cost is low. Yeah. When local people makes it, the confidence in technology is very high, that they can assemble it, they can repair it. The selling becomes easier. कि कुछ खराब हुआ तो इधर पड़ोस में ही इसको पकड़ना है,
Yes, sir.
So that made really program running like anything. And of course, it was a 400 rupees lamp, I remember. And my idea was, it was around Diwali that I started this. So I said, okay, 200 people, 200 rupees will be contributed by the student, 200 by the society, because society, बच्चों को पढ़ाना so society की responsibility है.
Right. 1 minute.
Then I went around the Madhya Pradesh, raising funds. So I used to go to schools and tell them कि बाबा गांव के बच्चों के दिवाली मनाने के लिए उसका 200 contribute करो, 200 खुद करेगा. So I raised the funds. The government also contributed a little bit, and within 4 months, the local community could sell 20,000 lamps. Wow. That was amazing response. 20,000, yes, and now way back in 2012, So there was a value in the product. It was acceptable. It was useful, and people could pay 200. Then I said, now I need to take it to a scale where people don't call a pilot anymore, because भारत देश का प्रॉब्लम है, हर चीज में पायलट ही जीवन भर करते रहते, पायलट प्रोजेक्ट. सोलर लैम्प के 1000 पायलट प्रोजेक्ट हो चुके हैं, right? I said I want to do it at a scale where nobody calls it pilot anymore, and within short time. So I said I want to do 1 million. I want to provide solar lamp to 1 million people in 1 year time. And when I presented this idea to the one of the secretary, Mr. Tarun Kapoor, he was with MNRE, joint secretary. He was very happy. I told him that he give me 1/3 support, 1/3 should come from society, and 1/3 from the student. That was the model. So 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Yeah. So everybody felt happy, and we did the whole program. That time the name SOL came, Solar Urja Lamp. Yeah. We wanted to bring a nice name, so that is where it came, and it also became the soul of the whole movement, and we call it Right to Light movement.
Yes,
that everybody should get a right to light, because Government of India had given right to education, but if child doesn't have a guaranteed light, what is the value of right to education? So I said, together with the right to education, right to light should also be given. So we ran this program, and within 11 months of operation, we could reach out to 1 million people. So it was amazing success. Then I said, okay, now the time to 100 million, entire country. Because 1 million, you can't say that it's a pilot anymore. We have done it at scale and speed. So I invited that time the cabinet minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal from the central government, and look at it. He was kind enough to come to IIT Bombay. I said, I need to do 100 million lamps in 3 years' time. And he was so happy with the outcome and impact. So basically it creates job, right? When you're giving it to local community, you get the jobs, it gets confidence in society. Local economy becomes stronger, repair and maintenance happens. Other products can be now, assembled, and so beautiful. And so he came and he said, Professor Solanki, I will give you 1,800 crore rupees. I mean, his speech is there on the YouTube, and do it everywhere. And he said, come to Delhi, we will fix up the program in 3-4 days, and we'll finalize. And actually he invited me in Delhi. We finalized the program, and that is where the million soul, and then we added some extra components. It became SOLS program, SOULS, Solar Urja through Localization for Sustainability. So not lamp anymore, it's entire solar urja,
Yes.
So we just added another S when the meaning became broader, And with that program, we could do now about 8.5 million lamps across the country.
Wow, sir, that's great. And
Yes.
sir, please tell us about Solar Marts. Like it stands for Smart Solar Shops, right? Sir, what is it about?
Well, so while this process is happening, we could train about 10,000 women, in UP, Bihar, Assam, Jharkhand, Rajasthan, etc. Now, 10,000 women, they were engaged in making solar lamps, selling solar lamp, repairing solar lamp. Now, they started asking, sir, what after this project? Once the project is over, what after that? And then I started thinking what to do. And the next idea was simple, that why don't we, enable them with the more training, business training, where they can make their own investment and start solar shops, So we call them smart shops, smart solar marts, basically.
Okay.
So these are the simple solar shops where they can make about 50,000 rupees investment, get the solar products from the market, but they have the skill to repair now, right? So again, that confidence in society remains, so that this inse yahan kharida to theek ho jayega. And that's how that program started. And there are about 1,000 women, they are running their own solar shops in various states right now.
That's really
Wow,
great.
sir.
And the next question is, which is mainly ये हम लोग का जो दोस्त है रितीश, उसका question था. Please tell us about the PV manufacturing plant which was set up in Rajasthan.
Yeah, so I was there in Dungarpur, by the way, in the morning. I was in that factory where this
Wow.
started.
Oh,
So that was another story, that once one of the collector called me from Dungarpur. He was young, dynamic collector. He said, I want to talk to you. And I was busy in IIT. I said, can you call me in the evening? And he said, yes, I will call. So he called me again in the evening. And I remember we did not know each other, but we had a con call, 1 hour, 40 minutes, non-stop. And I was saying, this guy is really energetic. You really want to do it, And I always make a joke that even to my girlfriend, I did not speak 1 hour, 40 minutes in one stretch, any given amount of time. But, the whole idea is that there is that intensity from his side also, that, really wants to do something. And he invited me, went to Dungarpur, and I remember we were sitting with the women there with one fit ghungat, And there, by that time, 1 million lamp project was already over, and we were like going the next program. And idea was, if we keep buying this material from outside,
Yes.
the money from local economy will keep flowing outside, right? So what we need to do is we need to manufacture locally so that the money rotates in a local economy.
Yeah.
Now the question is it possible? Can we do it? Can we manufacture panels? Can we manufacture circuits? Can we manufacture body parts? Answer is definitely yes. So this program was sponsored by IDEA, and they're supposed to sell the lamp at 120 rupees. So I told them, I just threw a question to them, कि 200 रुपए में लैम्प बेच सकते हो क्या? नहीं, I said कितने में बेच सकते हो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा? He said 200 में बेच सकते हैं. I said okay, 120 is expensive, but remaining 80 rupees will become your corpus, and we'll use this corpus to start manufacturing. Okay. And they were game for it. I mean, I was surprised, they were sitting in Ghungat and all, but I mean, they said, yes, we'll be able to sell it. And they sold 40,000 lamps in about 5-6 months. Wow. And 80 rupees into 40,000, 32 lakh rupees was the corpus
32 lakh.
Created.
Wow.
Corpus created from the program. Now that's that 32 lakh rupees collected by the women is really an awesome story.
It must be very motivating for them too. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and around that time, we kind of proposed this for a Prime Minister's Innovation Award, and several rounds of competition, and somebody will come to the field, and then our ultimate presentation was to the Cabinet Secretary, and the top bureaucrat of the country. I remember I was in Vidisha, and then the call came in. I had to overnight travel by car and reach Dungarpur, so collected, and we could appear through the video conferencing. and there were like about 600 plus entries in that category. And this initiative got the first prize, Prime Minister's
Wow.
Innovation Award.
Wow.
So we got 10 lakh rupees from there. So 32 plus 10, it became 42.
10, 42.
Then we wanted a building. So there was a collector was very excited because award was just received. He said, वो एक पुराना स्कूल का building खाली पड़ा है, उसको use कर लेते हैं. Then he gave the building on a lease. Then the local corporate, the municipality, he said, मैं repair करके देता हूँ. So he repaired, he got the building repaired, Then Idea also, Cellular also contributed some money. So in this way, there was enough money collected so that we could buy entire production line, of course at a smaller scale because they are competitive at smaller scale. And the ownership is all with the women, all tribal women coming from various CLFs or cluster level federations. And that was an amazing story in itself. And it is all run by women. CEO of that factory, Durga, is Rukmani Devi. She's only 8th pass, by the way.
Oh my God.
Oh.
And recently, the government of India, one of the science program by DST, India Science, they have covered that story also. When the manufacturing started, they were making out 40 panels, 50 panels a day. And I said, इतना छोटा सा काम करोगे, छोटा मतलब कम धीरे काम करोगे तो खर्चा भी नहीं निकलेगा बिजली का. You need to increase the speed, and you need to make at least 480 panels a day, 1 panel per minute. That was a target that I have given. They could, themselves, made so much skillful that when after a year I went there, they were making 1800 panel in a day. And I couldn't believe my eyes, कैसे करते हैं फट इतना fast, amazing. I couldn't believe that this or that. So and इसीलिए लोग पूछते हैं कभी कि आपको क्या स्किल के what is the basic skill set I required. तो मैं हमेशा लोगों को ही बोलता हूँ कुछ नहीं, जो महिला को गरम गरम फुल्का बनाना आता है उसको सब कुछ आ सकता है. उतना ही क्वालिफिकेशन चाहिए. वो आदमी से नहीं आता, वो फुल्का नहीं बनेगा आदमी से. गरम गरम फुल्का गोल गोल जिसको बनाना आता है, that is the minimum, that is the only skill that is required for training women.
That's really great. And sir, the next question is, nowadays in India, we are using coal and those types of fossil fuels for energy production, but actually we have also stepped up into renewable energy sector, and our Prime Minister is really working hard on it, and everybody is working hard on it. So what do you think about the solar energy in India? Means how much it can grow and what is the capacity? Because you have also talked about AMG in your TED talk.
So basically what is happening that of course our Prime Minister is promoting solar, and not only Prime Minister, various states are promoting solar in a really good way, and a lot of installations are coming up. We are meeting up the target that are being set in the country. However, I believe that the real benefit of solar is not setting big power plants,
Yes.
because the real beauty of solar is having a decentralized generation. And when we decentralize the generation by solar, there are other benefits we can derive, right? So not only electricity generation is the problem of the country, but what about the job creation? What about the local economy? What about the rural economy? What about the local manufacturing? What about the skill development? What about the women empowerment? What about the climate change? So there are many dimensions that any country would be facing anytime. I believe that the solar energy is such a beautiful equalizer that it can bring equity in the society. It can make the local economy stronger, and all those things can happen. So therefore, I summarize the situation in India always like India is doing good, but not great. We can use solar energy in much better way.
Sir, our country is having a very huge potential in solar energy.
Yes. And the good thing is that we are blessed with the solar energy so much. Other problem is that we import other forms of energy, and we spend a lot of our foreign exchange, almost 50% of our foreign exchange we spend in importing energy. So if we start using solar energy in a manner that I am trying to promote through my Energy Swaraj Yatra, that let us all be self sufficient. अपना बिजली कनेक्शन छोड़ो, surrender electricity connection is the the theme that I am promoting, because it has this energy Swaraj. The idea of energy Swaraj is actually inbuilt benefit of all kinds, jobs
Yes,
and
sir.
local economy, equalizing, everything can happen if we can follow this energy Swaraj model. And solar energy availability of it allows us to do that. We can think of energy Swaraj in today's context. Not we could not have thought about it 10 years earlier.
यस सर. सर तो अगला सवाल ये है सर कि आज के डेट में बहुत सारे ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो कि अपना बैचलर्स करने के बाद यूएस हो गया, कनाडा हो गया, जर्मनी, यूरोपियन कंट्रीज हैं, सब लोग जाते हैं, मास्टर्स करते हैं. और अगर हम लोग सोलर एनर्जी के बारे में बात करें तो इस फील्ड में मास्टर्स करके लोग वहीं पे सेटल हो जाते हैं. तो जहां तक मुझे ऐसा लगता है, जो सबसे बड़ा रीजन ये है कि अभी इंडिया में सोलर एनर्जी उस लेवल पे नहीं आया जिस लेवल पे आ जाना चाहिए था. तो सर आपको क्या लगता है अगले 5 साल में ऐसा होगा कि जो स्टूडेंट्स वहां पे पढ़ के सेटल हुए हैं वो वापस इंडिया आएंगे, इंडिया के उस मार्केट को देख करके कि हाँ यहाँ पे अब जॉब मिल सकता है? अच्छा.
वेल, मेरे ख्याल से यदि सोलर एनर्जी को पढ़ के सिर्फ जॉब ही करना है तो कहीं भी कर सकते हैं, परंतु सोलर एनर्जी को पढ़ के एंटरप्रेन्योर क्यों न बने, क्योंकि यदि एनर्जी स्वराज लाना है और मुझे लगता है कि वो आएगा ही, क्योंकि सोलर एनर्जी इतना सस्ता भी होता जा रहा है. इट मेक्स लॉट ऑफ सेंस टू बी इंडिपेंडेंट, राइट? कितना अच्छा लगता है जब घर में बिजली का बिल नहीं आए हर महीने, तो हम आत्मनिर्भर बने, राइट? तो so it will happen, I strongly believe, because मैं इतना यात्रा कर रहा हूँ, इतने जगह लोगों से मिलता हूँ, हजारों लोगों से मिलता हूँ. I think we are sitting at the edge. और एक बार वो चालू हुआ तो साइकिल चालू होगा. I don't know if you seen my post yesterday. मैंने 10 लोगों को इनवाइट किया था कि आप, और यदि आप बिजली कनेक्शन छोड़ेंगे तो मैं आपको अपना सिस्टम डिजाइन करना सिखाऊंगा, आप खुद इंस्टॉल करेंगे. आज मैंने जब चेक किया तो 121 एंट्रीज आई हैं अभी तक. So I think there are many people who are understanding the value of it, and India is such a big market, that यहाँ पे जो थोड़ा भी smartly काम करेगा, you don't have to go anywhere else. And I could see that trend happening. Even many IIT students are now not going outside and abroad, but they are staying back in India, trying to become entrepreneur and do their new businesses within India itself.
Yeah, that's what really matters.
That's important,
sir,
right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And with context to this question, मैं एक और क्वेश्चन ऐड करना चाहता हूँ कि आज के डेट में लोग means students are afraid to take risk in the field of entrepreneurship. However, they want a secure job, either a government job or any kind of private job कि हाँ 25-30 हजार रुपए का नौकरी मिल जाएगा, it will be okay for me. But आपका क्या ख्याल है? Because in our thinking, students must take this initiative to start something, whether it is small or big. पहले जब तक ना शुरू करेंगे तब तक होगा कैसे करके. So this entrepreneurship thing must be boosted up in our country, and because students have a lot of potential in this country. Yeah.
I would say that, if you're living for yourself, maybe a job is better idea. But if you're living for the society, if you're living to do something, if you're living to enjoy life better, then you have to start taking risks. And there is no pain, no gain, right? So if you really want to achieve something, you have to take risk. And what can go wrong? I mean, imagine what is the risk? अभी जब स्टूडेंट थे तब कुछ नहीं था, जेब में पैसा भी नहीं है, नौकरी भी नहीं है, ठीक है, तो इतना गिर के वापस उसी लेवल पे आओगे, इससे ज्यादा बुरा क्या होगा? राइट? कि नहीं होगा तो ठीक है, that's not a big deal, right? There are वैसे millions of people जिनका नहीं होता है. So don't be afraid of not or failing, पर जब तक फेल नहीं होंगे तब तक पास होना सीखेंगे नहीं, right? And there is a beautiful book somebody has written that the success is ever ending and failure is never final. तो एक बार सफल हो गए तो हमेशा के लिए सफल हो गए. 12वीं एक बार पास किया तो जीवन भर बोलते हो 12वीं पास किया. पास एक ही बार करते हैं, पर जीवन भर फेल हो गए तो उसको अगले साल फिर से पास कर सकते हैं. तो फेल एक ही साल के लिए होगा, पास हमेशा जीवन भर के लिए होता है, राइट? So don't be afraid of fail. So ठीक है, होता है. What is a big deal, इतने बड़े बड़े देश ही फेल हो जाते हैं, इतने बड़े बड़े कारपोरेट फेल हो जाते
सही
हैं,
बात है।
तो ऐसे इंडिविजुअल फेल होने में क्या, उसमें क्या कोई बुराई नहीं है।
Yes.
पर
when we
मजा भी तभी
actually
आएगा जब रिस्क
yes
लोगे, हाँ?
when we actually started our startup, it is a very small startup, it is a very small initiative, so people told that don't take these types of risks, क्या करोगे इससे अच्छा एक नौकरी कर लो. So we didn't even sit for many interviews and many jobs, but we told that we need to take certain kind of initiative, we need to do certain things for the society to promote renewable energy to students and to people, so that they can be dependent, they can be self-dependent.
Yeah.
So
And
that's how
actually,
we
if you look at the spiritual level,
Yeah.
what we try to do for the society is actually not for the society, it's for our own growth, right?
Yeah.
As an
Yes.
entrepreneur, what you are not realizing is that you are growing in various dimensions. Your inner strength is growing, your decision-making power is growing, your risk-taking ability is growing. So, though we feel that we are doing it for society, but ultimately, every entrepreneur grows himself, and becomes a
Yes, sir.
better person. And I think that is the spiritual side of it,
And
दूसरे
we
का
are
उद्धार
very
नहीं
lucky
करना है,
that
खुद
we
का ही उद्धार
have
कर
you in
लिया,
our podcast.
खुद का ही उद्धार कर लिया जीवन में, तो बहुत बड़ा धरती पे कृपा हो जाएगी.
Yes.
Yes.
फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए भी काम आ जाएगा, मतलब वो कुछ ऐसा करके जाएंगे जिससे कि आगे के लोगों को भी
कुछ
हेल्प
तो
हो जाए,
एटलीस्ट इम्पैक्ट हो.
कुछ तो हो. सही बात है.
मतलब यदि हम वही कहना कि हम यदि सुधर गए, हम खुश हैं. देखो क्या होता है दुनिया में, जिसके पास जो होता है वही बांट सकता है ना. जिसके पास पैसे होंगे पैसे बांटेगा, जिसके पास दुख होगा दुख बांटेगा, जिसके पास स्माइल होगी स्माइल बांटेगा, जिसके पास कॉन्फिडेंस होगा कॉन्फिडेंस बांटेगा. तो जब खुद करोगे तो कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा, तो ऑटोमेटिकली यू विल स्प्रेड कॉन्फिडेंस. व्हेन यू
Yes, sir.
गेट द एक्सपीरियंस यू विल स्प्रेड दैट एक्सपीरियंस.
Yes.
बट नहीं रहेगा
Yes.
तो तुम डरे रहोगे, नौकरी रहेगी नहीं रहेगी, तो यू विल स्प्रेड दैट डर to the other society. Now you decide what you want to do.
Yes.
सही बात है. So sir, please tell us about Energy Swaraj Foundation. Like sir, उसके पीछे का आपका आइडिया क्या है, आपका गोल क्या है सर उसके थ्रू?
Well, I mean, last year we don't count anyway. 2020 ko. It's what I'm saying. Last year means 2019. So several things happened. I went. So it was a Gandhi, 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, and
Yes, sir.
we decided to do the solar lamp program all across the world. Because that time this IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change report also came on that how serious the climate change is, and 1 degree warming and 1.5 degree we should stop. So I thought we need a global initiative, and Gandhiji's philosophy are anyway global in that limited consumption, all kind of things is global. So then I went around the world, almost 30 countries I visited. Encourage students to participate from various places, and on Gandhi Jayanti, 150th birth anniversary on 2nd October, we have so our target was to train 1 million students on a single day at Mahatma Gandhi Jayanti, and we could manage 9.25 lakh students finally, getting trained, covering about 3,000 plus organizations, 50 plus countries. So it was a great event. But the learnings from my yatra was that the climate change is a very big problem, and the governments all over the world are not doing enough. At the same time, we applied for this IEEE's Empowering Billion Lives competition.
Yeah.
And the idea was, how do we empower all those billion people who are marginal and not able to, getting enough access to electricity, etc. Then we proposed this idea of local assembly, local repair, local maintenance, local job creation, etc. And that became a very successful idea. And then the competition was global competition. It was a big award money also. So we won at Asia level, we were the winner, and then field competition. Then eventually at global level, there were 22 teams. And these 22 teams finally had to present on starting from 28 September till 2nd October. And my event was on 2nd October in Delhi,
Okay.
So I had to go to US just for a very short trip. I was there only for 20 hours. I went to US, made a presentation,
Yeah.
took immediately flight back, came back. and then attended Delhi's program. But we were the final winner of the global competition. So we got $1 lakh as a prize money.
Oh, wow.
Wow, great.
So that $1 lakh and that award announcement happened on 2nd October. So somebody called me in the middle of night and said, you know, congratulations. And I said, what happened? I said, got the prize. You know. So basically, those events are really beautiful. And I donated, and together with my colleague, Professor Jayendra, and two of us were kind of a part of it. So we donated this money and founded this Energy Swaraj Foundation. And the idea of Energy Swaraj Foundation is to establish Energy Swaraj, which is energy by locals for locals, as a tool to mitigate climate change everywhere in the world. So that's how the Energy Swaraj Foundation came in existence.
It was just a start of a revolution, and lots of students and organizations are now.
सर एनर्जी स्वराज फाउंडेशन तो हम लोग के कॉलेज में मतलब कुछ एक इवेंट टाइप लेके आया था कि कोर्स करो, और वहीं से हम लोग को दिमाग में आया कि हम लोग को आपको कांटेक्ट करना चाहिए, और उसके बाद ही ये सब चीज शुरू हुआ था.
So now we have, I mean, it is very clear that small projects are not going to help climate change. मतलब छोटा मोटा प्रोजेक्ट करने से 1-2 हजार करोड़ का फंडिंग भी मिलने से कुछ नहीं होगा, because it really requires a public movement, है ना, जन आंदोलन की जरूरत है. And then only there'll be an impact on climate change mitigation at a global scale. So that is what the idea of foundation की अगले 10 साल में इतना काम होना चाहिए ताकि ग्लोबल लेवल पे कार्बन एमिशन रिडक्शन में इम्पैक्ट दिखे, क्वांटिफाइबल इम्पैक्ट दिखे. And that can only happen through the public.
People should get involved in it.
People should get involved in it. People should feel pride that I'm not part of this. I'm not part of the pollution. I'm part of the solution. You know, people should understand that how terrible we are. We have become as a modern human of 21st century. That not only we have, you know, increased depression and tension and stress in the society, but we have also degraded our own natural elements like water, air, soil, forest, and everything. You know, so either way we are not benefiting. Neither our smiles are growing with the economic growth and GDP growth. Neither the nature is becoming better. You know? So you have to understand that we have become terrible humans of the modern world. And once we understand that the climate change is because of me and my activities, I will take an action. Then action will be in the form of, you know, becoming 100% self-sufficient on solar energy. But this should be done by millions and millions of people, not 1, 2, or 10 or 1,000.
So with this initiative that you took, I want to add a question that you recently have started, not recently, few years earlier, you have started a campus students ambassador program, which led to Guinness Book of World Record. Please tell us about that.
Well, I mean, the Guinness World Records are the side effect of the main work. You know, our idea was to do it as at scale, where it is impactful, right? I somehow I learned from the IIT days that कुछ भी काम करे तो उसको कुछ impact हो तो फिर मजा आए. तो 1 million student को train किया, and as I said, the students are the future, you know, leaders, and I keep giving example कि जो लोग 40, 50, 60 साल की उम्र के हैं वो 20-30 साल में धरती से चले जाएंगे. Students are going to leave behind, and they are the one who are going to suffer and face the consequences of climate change. So if we get them involved right from the beginning, they can actually take the whole idea forward, because it is their life which is going to be affected more than anybody else.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's why that idea of a student solar ambassador, that if they start making and playing with the solar in the early on, solar should not be a big deal, right? अभी हमने solar को ऐसा बना दिया, अरे solar का solution हो गया तो कोई बहुत बड़ा काम हो गया. Solar is part of our life, you know. We eat food, we drink water, we breathe air, everything we derive from solar. So using solar panel to derive our electricity should not be a big deal, right? It should be like child's play. Everybody should be able to do it, and that's why we started this solar ambassador program, student solar ambassador program.
That's really great. And sir, please tell us about your global solar yatra that you started.
Well, as I said, we need to create a movement. You know, एक जन आंदोलन कैसे बनाए? How do we reach out to billions of people? You know, what it takes. And I have been thinking about a year, what it
Yeah.
takes to make a movement, you know. So मेरी इस आइडियाज केम कि एक तो कॉमन एनिमी होना चाहिए ना, सबका कॉमन दुश्मन हो तो फिर जन आंदोलन बनता है, राइट? अब
Yes.
ब्रिटिशर्स होते तो अभी कॉमन है, उसको फिर आंदोलन बना सकता है. व्हाट इज देयर राइट नाउ?
सही बात है sir.
So what is that common thing, you know? And number one, not only that common, and somebody has to be, you know, bringing out this message. So I thought about, you know, Gandhi ji hote to kya karte, like this, you must read this. There's a guy Thomas who has written a book about Dandi March, you know,
Yeah.
and how that Gandhiji has created that revolution, how simple idea of you know, breaking the salt law becomes such a big seed for, you know, independence of the country. So then I thought, you know, if we do this kind of march or movement, you know, where I go among the people, then probably we can create that awareness. But then the problem is so big, you know, that it's a global problem, and therefore 1 or 2 years of yatra is not sufficient. It has to be a decade-long yatra, you know, 11 साल का. So that's why this idea came that I should do the Energy Swaraj Yatra. And now, I mean, 11 साल यात्रा करना, so you can't live here and there. So then you should have sufficient space. So that's why I designed this bus where I can live and
So,
sleep
so
and
you
meet.
personally
and do-
designed this bus?
Yes.
Wow.
What should be there that I have designed it so that it meets all application, what needs, and that's why the bus has entire facility for me to sleep and have meetings, work, meditate, cook, washroom, training, everything is here.
Wow, that's
एंड
really
सर
great.
इसी क्वेश्चन में एक ऐड करूंगा मैं सर. जब आपने यात्रा करने का 11 साल का यात्रा बहुत बड़ा चीज है, आपने डिसीजन लिया, तो आपकी फैमिली ने कैसे रिएक्ट किया इसको लेके?
Well, I mean, many people ask this question. By the way, मैं 11 साल तक घर नहीं जाऊंगा. That is my संकल्प. So
यस सर.
11 साल तक बिना ब्रेक किए. तो मैंने अपने बेटियों को बोला कि अभी मैं यात्रा करना है, 11 साल नहीं होऊंगा. तो one of them said, वैसे भी आप ऐसे ही बाहर ट्रेवल करते हो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? kind of. So I used to travel a lot anyway for solar project, and with wife I used to discuss anyway कि, you know, we need to do this, and parents I used to discuss earlier. Somehow with the, you know, grace of God, everybody agreed and kind of gave their confirmation that yes, I can go ahead. That's most amazing thing, to get the support from the family, and
Yes,
it is their sacrifice more than my sacrifice that they are doing, you know, living without me, my children and wife, and she's taking
Yes.
care of themselves.
Everything. And sir, another thing is, are you planning to do this yatra in our country, in India only, or you want to go worldwide?
Well, the whole idea is that I should spend a lot of time in India, because India itself is such a big country.
Yes.
So initially 2-3 years, I will continuously spend time in India and create those models which can be replicated, which doesn't require government and policy, and try out क्या चलता है, क्या काम करता है, क्या काम नहीं करता है. And maybe 2-3 years later, time to time, I can move to the other parts and go and come back, you know, short visits.
So this was all for this video, guys. Mr. Solanki is not able to join us again because of some internet issues. So that's not a problem. He helped us a lot, and we are very thankful to him. So do subscribe to our channel, and we'll be back with more such podcast and more such informative podcast. That's all.